What's good, y'all? We back on Need for Speed Unbound, man, and I got some very helpful insight from one of my subscribers. Left a comment on my last video as far as like the real keys to building drift cars in this Volume 7 update, how to maximize power, but being able to stay in certain, performance tiers, right? So what we're gonna do is I just bought this Z, and we're finna go build it. I'm trying to build drift cars for every class, right? So I have my S Plus drift build, which is my E92 right here. I have this S14, which is from my last video towards the end. So this is an A Plus. And then I have my S Class 180SX. It was a SIL 80, but I changed the customization around on it a little bit, right? So we're in the S Class. So we need an A Class drift build. And then at some point, we're gonna do a B Class drift build. But basically, the keys to this is not upgrading where you don't need to. First thing I'm gonna do is throw the Pro Drift tires on here, right? Or the Drift Pro tires. So boom, we can throw those on. It locks the differential. So guess what that means? We don't need to upgrade differential. We're gonna throw in a 5-speed. Hopefully that brings us down a little bit. We only need like second and third gear when we're drifting, which was also brought to my attention, which really made a lot of sense to me. So boom, we're going 5-speed. Clutch, I'm gonna go ahead and throw that all the way up, right? I kept the VQ in here too, so we're gonna keep it like that. Now brakes, I don't want my brakes to be super strong. I want them to be very light, so where I'm tapping the brake, it's just kicking me out. It's not really slowing me down, so I'm not gonna upgrade my brakes. Boom, that saves us on some tier points right there. I haven't figured out which is better, road suspension or just a normal suspension. I've been doing just regular suspension because I feel like road suspension is gonna make us a little more grippy, which I really don't want that much grip. For this video, we're just gonna try it out, right? So we're gonna do road suspension here. We don't need nitrous. We really don't need it. It's not something that we need at all. So boom, now I'm gonna start with the upgrades. Now, obviously we wanna try to get as much power output as we can, right? But we also got to be wary of where we're at in our vehicle tier, because we want to stay in A. And look at that, boom, that ECU is just going to shoot us all the way up to A plus. So I'm going to go sport ECU, and then I'm going to dial back a little bit on the induction. So instead of going elite, I'm going to go let's go sport induction as well, because I want to be able to upgrade everything here. Now fuel system, we're going to go sport here too. Probably going to see the biggest jump if we throw a turbo in here. That's probably where we're gonna see the biggest jump in the vehicle tier. Now exhaust, what can we do here? We're gonna go sport. So all sport parts basically for this car, which will keep us in that A range. Now look at that. We throw any kind of turbo or induction in here, we're getting shot up to A plus, and that's just what it is, right? There's no way to combat that. But if you play around with it a little bit, so I can see that this root supercharger, right, it puts me just above A. So we're in A plus now, but I'm gonna see no exhaust, stock fuel system. That brings us back down to A. We just gotta pay attention to like how much power and stuff we're losing, right? So let's see. If I go here and I drop down to factory exhaust, are we able to do a little more here? Maybe instead of this roots, we can go with just a turbo, a regular turbo, which, you know what I'm saying, wouldn't be too bad. It'll keep us at A class. Or at the end of the day, we can just go here and go naturally aspirated, and that'll keep us there. And maybe we can upgrade some of these other parts a little bit. That'll give us more power than just trying to go stock on something just to have a turbo or a supercharger, right? So we can go maybe pro exhaust, or let me see if I can throw the ECU up a tier. If I try to move the ECU up a tier, we going into A plus, all right? Maybe induction, I can throw that up a little bit, boom. So we can go with a pro induction now. And then let's see if we can either upgrade the fuel system and keep us in A class. Nope, we're shooting up to A plus. Exhaust, can we stay in A class? Nope, we're at A plus. So you really have to play around with it a little bit to just get where you need to be. So if I go pro fuel system, and then we drop the induction back down to sport, boom, right? And then let me see, exhaust, is that gonna move us up? That is. I might as well go with a stock ECU, and we can go pro induction, pro exhaust. We might even be able to move one of these up. Let me see, if we go sport here, yeah, that pushes us up. We're just trying to play around with what we can get here. Boom, so we landed on just sport induction, sport ECU, pro fuel system, sport exhaust, and we're gonna keep it like that. We're almost right at the peak of A class, so we're gonna leave it at that. But like I said, the key here is doing the lowest gear ratio, or the lowest transmission lowest amount of gears you can go. Throw on them Drift Pro tires first. When you're making this build, throw the Drift Pro tires on first and work around that. I personally did the brakes this way, right? Pro brakes. You could probably even mess around with suspension a little bit. Maybe we can just do like a sport suspension. We don't have to go full on elite, right? Maybe that could help us a little bit, right? So we're gonna try that as well. So if we do just a normal sport suspension, maybe we can push a little bit more power out of this thing, right? So let me see, what can I put on here? Pro induction, that'll shoot us up. We're still in A class, so we're trying to maximize power here. Now, these are probably small numbers, right? That didn't really make that much of a difference, but I'm just trying some stuff out. Handling, differentials locked, so that's something that we really don't have to worry about, you know? We're gonna go gas tap for that, and we're gonna leave it that way. Now it's time to knock out the rest of this customization. So let's see, front bumper. I'm either going out, I think we're gonna go Alchemist, right? I love the Alchemist kit on this car, to be honest. Alchemist fenders, we're gonna do that for the front and the rear. I like to mix and match, but at this point we may just do the full-on Alchemist kit. Rear bumper, Alchemist, perfect. We're gonna go Voltex wing, keep it like that, boom, bam. Change this plate around, you know? I'm just gonna throw on some Meisters and we're gonna do it like that. We're gonna go some stretch proxies and I'm gonna do the same for the rear. Stance, obviously we're gonna lower this as much as possible. Negative camber in the front, no camber in the rear, and that's already looking good. That's already looking pretty good. Oh, we might just have to throw the Pro Street livery on here. I ain't gonna lie. This is from Pro Street, right? It's gotta be. It looks so familiar. We might just have to do it. Yeah, I lied. I'm putting this one on. And we're gonna throw some yellow headlights on too to pretty much kind of match that livery. Oh yeah. All right, so now we got our A-class drift build, and I'm gonna go on the free roam real quick before we jump into some PvP events. All right, so first place I'm gonna go is we're gonna hit the mountain real quick, and I believe we're rocking with about 400 horsepower, so try this drift zone, yeah. Okay, and we're holding. So that's first gear, we're in second gear, yep. Yeah, hold it. Really, second and third gear is where you really want to be. Wow. And remember, we went with like a sport suspension setup, like sport road suspension. So this probably feels a little different than how it would feel if we went like elite suspension and everything. But in my opinion, the only thing that makes the real difference as far as, you know, how your car feels in drifting is gonna be those Pro Drift tires or the Drift Pro tires, right? Everything else, right? Like the soft brakes and the sport road suspension, right? That feels good. Wow, and you can hear like the wind. Ooh, let me keep some of that angle off, right? Another drift zone, we're gonna downshift to keep that speed, keep my RPMs high. Wow, look at that. Oh, a little more lag.
Dispatch, we got ourselves a racer here.
And this feels great right here. I'm telling y'all, I need a drift build for every class, and we pretty much have worked our way there. Now, those other builds do need some adjusting, I will say, right? Because I want to be able to maximize power output while being able to stay in like the respective classes that I need them in, right? And I don't want to sit here and say that there's any like best drift car or best car to be able to do this with. There may be, but I feel like it's all in how you build your drift cars and what like feels good for you. Like this A-Class Z is solid right here. Like we can take this into PvP right now and I'm pretty sure we would do pretty well. Like this feels solid. No struggling at all. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Like I said, NOS is not something that we really need, right? Woo! Oh my gosh. And if we hold that, we can NOS drift. Oh, but see those little pieces right there? Look at that. Oh yeah. The only problem that I have with that is that we get that like piece of that like the boost where if you press you press the NOS button and it like it lunges you in a certain direction. But you also have your normal NOS where you can still control the car, and that's pretty nice. And we just did a backy right there. Good little reverse entry. But I can do without the boost NOS, right? Like the burst NOS, I can do without that, to be honest. It would feel a little bit better without that, because that just sends you in a direction and it locks you in, which we don't want. Just lay off the nitrous when you're drifting, you know what I'm saying? It'll mess you up more than it'll help you. Unless you know for a fact you don't have any burst NOS loaded up, and you could just use your regular NOS. But even when I try to hold the NOS button, it still uses the burst NOS first. It'll prioritize that, and then, you know. Oh God, well, now I gotta drift away from the police. Oh, damn, you couldn't let me hit the corner, bro? That's how you feeling? Oh my God, all right, please. And we're in a slow ass, well, not slow, but come on. Oh my gosh, all right. I'm sorry for talking shit about y'all in that last video. Get me out of here. Come on. Woo! Oh my gosh. Please don't do this to me. Why are y'all being so rude, bruh? You know what? Am I gonna have to start? I didn't do no damage. Oh my gosh. Leave me alone. I'm sorry, I said. Yeah, let's go. Get him out of there. Oh my, please get off me. Look at that. So when I get that regular NOS, I can pull. But you just have to make sure, oh, you gotta make sure you don't have no burst NOS saved up, so you can use that normal nitrous, and that'll help you get around some corners if you feel like you're losing speed, you know? But obviously, oh, the lag, more power will help you, obviously. What am I gonna do about these Corvettes? I have no idea. What am I gonna do here? Oh, he got it. I have no choice but to try to take him out, man. Ah! I'm so mad that these break, because then the cops can just go with you. Oh my gosh! They trying to box me in, cuz. I can't let it happen. Ain't no way. And they're just toying with me, bro. I'm sorry about that last. I'm sorry, man. How did you make that turn like that, bro? Oh no! Please, come on, man. Just let me. I'm trying to make a video, man. Hey, Brody. Hey, Brody, help me out, gang. Hey, help me out, gang. Hey, Brody in the RX-7 up there. Hey, help me out, bro. Don't run. Oh! Oh my God, what is this? I cannot take it anymore, please. Oh my gosh. Why are y'all hating on me, bro? Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh, he just, come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on, yeah. Look at my car, man. Hey, y'all let me know down in the comments below if y'all have gotten a little bit laggy since the update. Oh my gosh, can y'all just let me be? Where is all y'all coming from? How did I get heat 4? Oh my gosh. Y'all gonna do this to me right now in an A-class drift car. This is how y'all feeling about it, bro? Golly. I'm about to start fighting back in this motherfucker, bro. I can't even like turn into a car because the back end kicks out first. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stupid. What's wrong with you? I'm over here with it. Yeah. And they got the chopper on me and everything, man. Oh my gosh. I try to make them crash into each other. Please, man. Come on. I didn't expect this to happen. I'm trying to go to PvP or something, bro. I'm out of here. Come on. Come on. Oh my God. Well, can I get back to the points that I was trying to make? Oh, let's go. Get me out of there. Get me out of there. Let's go. Get me out of it. No. Oh my God. They blocked it off. Come on, man. Woo. That was clean, but he just drifted past like that. Okay. I gotta get this cop out of here. Well, at least we're still drifting, you know what I'm saying? Look at that, man. Oh my gosh, bro. Ah! Through all the damage. Oh no! Oh no, we need a gas station. Through all the abuse we're taking though, we're still drifting pretty well, right? We're still holding on. We're still hanging on here.
I'm gonna try to get in front of this cloud.
Oh my gosh, I'll keep holding on. Oh, let me hit the gas station. I need to survive. No. Woo! So fresh and so clean. Come on, man. Leave me alone now. Oh, hold on. Through the city we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Get them slides in. Okay, little A-Class Z. My little A-Class Z doing numbers. Hold on, baby. Interceptor, you better back up. Man, who is you playing with? Oh, let's go! We out of there. Oh, can we lose him? Woo! Let's go! Get me out of there, baby! Woo! Oh my God, all that for $11,000, bruh. We went through all that pain and trouble. Oh my gosh, we made it back to the garage. Woo! Okay, so I just want to reiterate, right? If I go back to my performance parts, as far as building drift builds in volume 7, right? We want to maximize power output. I'm gonna continue going sport suspension setups, right? Factory brakes, so basic brakes, whatever brakes come on a car, leave them like that. Obviously, you want to throw on the Drift Pro tires first and then work around that, right? We're gonna throw on the lowest gear ratio possible, the lowest gears possible. So I'm going 5-speed because that's what's available here. Most of the time, you're probably gonna want to keep the factory motor in the car, right? Instead of engine swapping, because then you're just gonna push your power. You're gonna push up your power output, and you're gonna push yourself into higher vehicle tiers, and you're not gonna be able to come back. But that depends what tier you're building for. B class, A class, A plus, you want to follow this formula. Differential doesn't need to be upgraded because it gets locked by the Drift Pro tires anyway. I just threw a 4-speed in this S14 sport road suspension, and it brought me back a little bit. So now I can maybe throw a little bit more power in here, right? And we'll stay in A plus. So I'm gonna play around with that now, right? Go pro exhaust, you know what I'm saying? Maybe throw a turbo in here, right? So pro turbo or something like that, right? Roots that'll keep us in A plus. So we're chilling. We can get a little bit more power. So I may go with a pro single turbo, bam, and we'll keep it like that. And we're solid here. Like I said, factory brakes, sport road suspension, Drift Pro tires you're throwing on first. Always want to upgrade the clutch though. You always do. You don't need differential. Lowest gears that you can get possibly, and boom, knock it out like that.